Here's an example of why your testimony is so important and why you should tell people about your testimony. In Matthew 9, we hear the story of the bleeding woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She thought if she touched the edge of Jesus' garment, she would be healed. She got through the crowd and she managed to touch Jesus' tassels, and she was healed immediately. Jesus felt his power go out and asked who touched him. Peter thought this was funny because there was a lot of people brushing up against Jesus in this moment. So how could he ask who touched him? But the woman stood up and she told her testimony in front of everybody of how Jesus healed her. Nobody told her that you just have to touch the edge of Jesus' garments. She didn't put God in a box. Her faith told her that if she could just touch it, she would be healed. So skip forwards to Matthew 14. At the bottom, verse 36 says, "And begged him to let the sick just touch the edge of his cloak, and all who touched it were healed." All who touched it were healed. Just 5 chapters later, Matthew 14:36, they're in Gennesaret, which is the next town over. So we see one woman's faith of not putting God in a box. 5 chapters later, and another town over, now we have all the people had faith in Jesus. They had faith that if they just touched his garment, they would be healed, and they were. And it was because of the bleeding woman's faith, and it was because of their faith in Jesus. But I think all the people that were healed by touching Jesus' garments had that faith because they heard the testimony of the bleeding woman. So if Jesus has saved you, if you have a great testimony, do not hold back. Go out and tell the world about Jesus and how he has saved you. The woman that was healed in Capernaum may not have been in Gennesaret. She may not have seen all those people get healed. The point is, go and tell your testimony and let God handle the rest.